Good day everyone, I am Masul Kiskis and now we are going to discuss about taking charge of your learning and development during your professional life. So before I continue, let me first read the objectives. One is define learning and development. Second one, explain the importance of professional learning and development. The third one, which is the last one, identify the different ways to have a sustainable professional career. So first, I'm going to start with what is learning and development. So let me first talk about learning. When we hear it, it will come to our mind that this is a concern with acquisition of knowledge, skills, and attitudes. In other words, learning is what we get every day, not just for ourselves, but for everybody. Sharing our thoughts and knowledge can give all the benefits of learning new things. Learning is always continuing, of course, not just you learn one thing that must be stopped, but it always gives you an opportunity to be a knowledgeable person. And with educational support, learning can happen more efficiently. While development goals and the growth or new information or an event. For instance, development is the changing of a caterpillar to a butterfly. Like if you are now in the current situation of being immature, you must be grow that you are going to be a butterfly, not always a caterpillar. You must conquer and develop new things to change your immaturity into maturity, as well as creating better jobs. Development is responsible for empowering employees' growth and developing their knowledge, skills, and capabilities to drive better business performance. And if you combine these two things, it is the process of empowering persons or employees with specific skills to drive better work or business performance. But you learn, you develop, so that it is easy for you to fulfill the things that you want to do, like you want to grow or change for the better of your own. So the goal of learning and development is to align employee goals and performance with that of the organizations. Now we are here in the importance learning and development. So first, your learning in college serves as your ticket when you enter a new chapter in your life. When you finish college, it is a doorway to success which requires hard work, dedication, and more after which can you open it successfully. All of these things together will make you successful in life, but it is only serves you as your ticket only, because when you finish your college, it won't stop there. You need to use your learning to find a better job, and of course it is easy for you to look for a job because you are gaining valuable life experience in college. That's why a college degree can be critical to your success, and that's what I mean that college serves as your ticket only when you enter a new chapter in your life. Second one, learning does not stop in school. It is always continuous process, does not have a set of deadline. So as I said a while ago, learning is always continuing, not just you learn one thing that must be stopped, but it always gives you an opportunity to be a knowledgeable person. You need to continue learning in order to be successful. And now, let's go for the last one, which is it continues as you enter the IT BPM industry. So first, what is IT BPM industry? It is the information technology and business process management, or what we call BPM, IT BPM. So it is always continuing learning if you enter the IT BPM industry, and also it is always improving your skills to be an effective workers in that organization. So now, here we are the questions of why is learning and development important? So, learning and development is very important for us to gain and retain top talent. It helps us to be more effective when it comes to work. It is easier for us to fulfill the things that we like because we always learn and develop new things to grow or improve as a person. That is why learning and development is important because it helps us to feel happier and more fulfilled in our lives and careers, and also to maintain stronger cognitive functioning when we get older. So now here we go for another importance, learning and developing. So there would be instances in your professional career when you will face a challenging situation. Do not be discouraged when this happens. Stop and think in order to take the proper action. So all of us have problems like financial problem, family problem, and other challenges that we might facing right now. So all we need to do is not give up and always remember what we're going through for this professional career. You need to pursue what you dream for. So do not be discouraged when this happens. And then stop and think in order to take the proper action because that is one solution to solve your problem.
Okay, let's move on to ways on how we could have a sustainable professional career. As you begin your career in the IT BPM industry, it is imperative to come up with ways to have a sustainable professional path, even if your company does not have its own formal learning and development program. This means that you are ultimately the only one in charge of your own growth and success. So basically, this means that we are the ones who are responsible for our actions. We should be the one who should take first our action in order for us to have a successful life. So let's take for example, if we are already in the field of our company, and we think that our profession or our career are not sustainable enough, then it's important for us to have a backup plan or backup resources on where we could get another profession. So let's take for example, if you are a professional manager or an office manager, so if you are not satisfied that those profession are sustainable enough, then you should choose another career. You are the only one to decide for yourself. You would not wait for the company to tell you that those profession or those career are not sustainable. So next we have ways to have a sustaining professional career. So first, acquire a mentor, have a role model, study, set goals, professional acquaintances, and lastly, volunteer. Okay, so we have here acquire a mentor. A mentor is different from a role model. A mentor is someone who knows you, your strengths, and your weaknesses. A company usually has a mentoring program made available to employees. So technically, a mentor is someone who has more knowledge about the certain thing or the certain works than yours. Like say for example, a new hired manager. Of course, if you are a new hired manager, of course you need a mentor who are more knowledgeable or knowledgeable enough for you to know what you should do in the field of your profession. So next we have a role model. A role model is a person who you want to emulate in terms of career or lifestyle. In this industry, having a role model has been proven effective as it helps the employee succeed in his choosing career. So basically, this means that a role model is someone that inspires you, someone that influences you on doing such thing. Like say for example, a successful businessman, and if you are inspired to be a successful businessman as well, then you should do your part on what you should take or what you should do in order for you to be successful as well. So that's basically what role model is. So next we have study. Learning does not have to happen inside the classroom. Knowledge is no longer confined in books and does not have to always come from professor. There are universities and colleges nowadays that offers distance or online learning programs. So Basically, learning, we could not only learn from our professor, or we can not only learn from our classrooms. Nowadays, there are a lot of platforms that we could learn through online. We could learn from Google, YouTube, and so on. So we can also learn from our friends, from our family, from our experiences. We could learn from everything that has been part of our daily life.
I am Kimberly Redakindao, one of the reporters from Group 9. We tackled about the Session 9, which is taking charge of your learning and development during your professional life. So, this is the continuation of the report from Ms. Lagrama. The ways to have a sustaining professional career. In study, as a professional, there are online courses to which you can enroll and useful websites with downloadable information that you can print and read for later use. It is in fact more convenient nowadays to set out a self-paced study that can be done online. So, there are many online courses you can choose to enroll and have study. There are also many online platforms or sites that can be used on your study and how to gain knowledge. Sometimes we are given a responsibility that we are not prepared for. The example of this is online study or self-study. But we will need to step up and do our best as what we can do just to learn. Next, goal setting. Goal setting is used to keep employees motivated, to give employees a sense of fulfillment, particularly when goals are met or exceeded. Goals are set for an employee as a means to determine what is expected of him and how these expectations are being met. So, goal settings means another way to have a sustainable professional career. Goal settings allows individual to achieve a desired target in a span of time. Short and long-term goals can be used to categorize your targets. Goal was a motivation of being individual to fulfill and to give them fulfillment or a destination of their success in life. How do you know if you're setting the right goals or preparing the right goals? Your goals in life to be success or goals to be professional is be smart. Smart means specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound or timely. I have an example of a SMART goal. Example for this is losing 10 pounds in 6 months. It is specific. It didn't simply say lose weight. It is measurable. You know how much weight you expected to lose. You can measure it within period. It is attainable. It is relevant to you. And it is time-bound in 6 months. Next is professional acquaintances. Professional acquaintance is an individual soliciting attorney knows personally. It is professional knowledge. It is also an organization or body of persons that engage in the same profession. Here, for example, Facebook. It is a fad and used not only as social networking website, but also a means to join or establish network in lieu of business, professional connections, and non-profit organizations, to name a few. So Facebook is example for this, which means you can build an organization with same profession, or you can build and interact with other professionals that same and have knowledge same as you. Here, there are some questions. Why establish professional networks? We establish professional networks to gain access to industry best practices. Second, it provides an avenue for all skill enhancement. Third, it provides career opportunities. Fourth, you establish lasting friendships. And lastly, volunteer. Volunteer. Participate and volunteer when you can. Volunteering for work-related activity allows you to market your skills and gain exposed to different aspects of your professions. Means when you volunteer of something you gain a knowledge, and you also exposing what you learned and exposed in different aspects of professions. When you volunteer, you gain and you give also an idea to each other. You receive, give, and if you if you gain a knowledge, you can put it in yourself and bring it as a experience or example for you to be success, right? Volunteer is an big example and ways and help you to be a professional and a successful, gaining knowledge and also giving knowledge to others. That makes you successful too, and be professional. Before I end this report, there's a summary of our report in session 9. It is taking change of your learning and development during your professional life.